Former President Donald Trump, in a recent interview with Bloomberg News, made a bold declaration. The Republican Party, he asserted, is the party of common sense. This statement, delivered with his characteristic bluntness, has ignited a firestorm of debate, with supporters applauding his candor and detractors scoffing at the notion. Trump's claim hinges on the GOP's stances on several hot-button issues, including border security, election integrity, and parental rights. These issues, he argues, resonate with everyday Americans who are increasingly frustrated with what they perceive as radical policies espoused by the left. But is the GOP truly the party of common sense, as Trump contends? Or is this simply a strategic maneuver designed to galvanize his base and appeal to undecided voters? The answer, like most things in politics, is far from simple. For Trump and his supporters, border security is not just a policy issue, it's a matter of common sense. A sovereign nation, they argue, has the right and the duty to protect its borders and control who enters its territory. Trump's hardline stance on immigration, epitomized by his signature border wall, has been a lightning rod for controversy throughout his political career. Critics argue that his rhetoric is xenophobic and inhumane, while his supporters praise his commitment to upholding the rule of law. The debate over border security is likely to remain a central issue in the 2024 election, as both parties grapple with the complex realities of immigration in the 21st century. The integrity of elections is another issue that Trump frames as a matter of common sense. Free and fair elections, he argues, are the bedrock of a functioning democracy, and any attempt to undermine them is an assault on the very foundations of American governance. Trump's repeated claims of widespread voter fraud in the 2020 election, despite a lack of credible evidence, have fueled distrust in the electoral process among his supporters. His critics accuse him of undermining democracy by spreading baseless conspiracy theories. The debate over election integrity is likely to cast a long shadow over the 2024 election, as both parties grapple with how to ensure the fairness and security of the vote. Trump and his supporters have also seized on the issue of parental rights, particularly in the realm of education, as another example of the GOP's commitment to common sense. Parents, they argue, have the fundamental right to be involved in their children's education and to make decisions about their upbringing. This issue has come to the forefront in recent years amid debates over school curricula, mask mandates, and transgender rights. Trump and his allies have accused Democrats of trying to indoctrinate children with a radical leftist agenda, while Democrats counter that they are simply trying to create inclusive and welcoming learning environments. The debate over parental rights in education is likely to remain a potent political issue, as it taps into deeply held beliefs about family, values, and the role of government. Section 5. Economic Policies, Tariffs, and Trade Wars. This section delves into the complex and often contentious world of tariffs and trade wars, examining their impact on the economy and international relations. Trump's economic policies, particularly his use of tariffs as a tool to protect American jobs and industries, have also been a source of both praise and criticism. His administration believed that imposing tariffs would level the playing field for American businesses. Supporters argue that his policies have boosted the economy and brought back manufacturing jobs, creating a resurgence in American industry and providing new opportunities for workers. While critics contend that they have led to higher prices for consumers and trade wars with key allies. These trade wars have strained relationships with countries that have long been economic partners. During his presidency, Trump imposed tariffs on goods imported from China, Mexico, and other countries, targeting a wide range of products from steel to electronics. Arguing that these measures were necessary to protect American workers from unfair competition. He claimed that other countries were taking advantage of the U.S. through unfair trade practices. These tariffs, however, have been blamed for contributing to rising costs for businesses and consumers. The increased costs of imported goods have been passed down the supply chain, affecting everyday prices. The debate over tariffs and trade policy is likely to continue, with strong opinions on both sides. Lawmakers and economists remain divided on the best approach to trade, as the United States grapples with its role in the global economy and the challenges of globalization. The future of American trade policy will shape not only the domestic economy, but also its international relationships and global economic standing. Section 6. National Security: Navigating the Global Stage. On the issue of national security, Trump has touted his approach of dealing with foreign leaders, even adversaries, as a matter of common sense. He has defended his interactions with leaders like Russian President Vladimir Putin and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, arguing that dialogue is crucial, even with those who hold different ideologies. Trump's critics, however, have accused him of cozying up to dictators and undermining America's standing in the world. They point to his praise of Putin and his summit with Kim Jong-un as examples of his misguided foreign policy. The debate over Trump's approach to national security is likely to continue as the United States navigates a complex and rapidly changing world. Section 7. The Bloomberg interview sparks fly. Trump's assertion that the GOP is the party of common sense came during a contentious interview with Bloomberg News, where he sparred with reporters on a range of issues, from economic policies to foreign affairs. The interview, conducted at Trump's Bedminster Golf Club in New Jersey, was anything but serene. It showcased the former president's combative style and his willingness to challenge the media head-on. During the interview, Trump defended his record in office, touted his accomplishments, and emphasized his economic achievements. He lashed out at his critics, calling them biased and unfair. He also reiterated his claims that the 2020 election was stolen from him, a point he has made repeatedly since the election. Despite numerous court rulings and investigations that found no evidence of widespread voter fraud, Trump remained steadfast in his allegations. The interview provided a glimpse into Trump's thinking as he considers another run for the White House in 2024. It highlighted the issues that are likely to dominate the 2024 campaign, including election integrity, media bias, and his vision for America's future. Trump's unwavering confidence and his ability to galvanize his base were evident throughout the interview. As he signed autographs and interacted with supporters, it was clear that his influence within the GOP remained strong. Whether or not he decides to run, Trump's presence will undoubtedly shape the political landscape in the years to come. In the wake of the Bloomberg interview, which has garnered significant attention from both supporters and critics alike, the Trump campaign released a statement praising the former president's performance during the interview. They highlighted his unwavering commitment to the issues he believes are most important to voters, emphasizing his dedication and passion. The statement underscored Trump's focus on key areas such as the economy, immigration, and his vision for restoring America's greatness, which he has consistently championed throughout his political career. Additionally, the campaign seized the moment to launch a critique against President Joe Biden and the Democratic Party, accusing them of being disconnected from the real concerns and struggles of everyday Americans, particularly those in the working class. They pointed to rising inflation, which has affected the cost of living for many families, the chaotic and controversial withdrawal from Afghanistan, which has been widely criticized, and the ongoing crisis at the southern border, highlighting what they see as the administration's failures in handling immigration and border security. The Trump campaign's response to the Bloomberg interview suggests that they intend to make the 2024 election a referendum on Biden's presidency, focusing on what they perceive as his shortcomings. They aim to position Trump as the only leader capable of addressing these issues and fulfilling the promise to make America great again, rallying his base with a renewed sense of purpose and urgency. Trump's assertion that the GOP is the party of common sense is likely to resonate with his base of supporters, who see him as a straight-talking outsider who is not afraid to challenge the status quo. However, it remains to be seen whether this message will appeal to independent voters, who will likely decide the outcome of the 2024 election. The 2024 election is shaping up to be a closely contested battle for the soul of America, with both parties vying for the support of voters who are deeply divided on a range of issues. Trump's claim that the GOP is the party of common sense is just one salvo in what is sure to be a long and contentious campaign. Trump's rhetoric about common sense taps into a deeper current of division within American society. What one person considers common sense, another may view as radical or even dangerous. This fundamental disagreement over values, principles, and even basic facts has made it increasingly difficult to find common ground and to engage in constructive dialogue. The rise of social media and the fragmentation of the media landscape have exacerbated these divisions, creating echo chambers where people are primarily exposed to information that confirms their existing beliefs. This has made it easier for politicians like Trump to exploit these divisions for their own political gain. Trump's declaration that the GOP is the party of common sense is a bold claim that is likely to be hotly debated in the months and years to come. Whether or not one agrees with his assessment, it is clear that the battle for the hearts and minds of American voters will be fought, in part, over the very definition of common sense. In a nation increasingly divided, the search for common ground and shared understanding has never been more urgent. The 2024 election will be a pivotal moment in this ongoing struggle, as Americans decide what kind of country they want to be and what values they want to uphold.